What's up, guys? Matocaster here, and today we are back in CMS 18. But before we get going on this, guys, I just want to address a few things. I've had some people ask for face reveal or to see what projects I'm working on in real life because, as some of you know, I restore classic cars in my free time in real life. I got a few projects going on, but I actually have a YouTube channel for all of that. And I invite you to check it out. It's a channel where I show the restoration of my blue truck, my 61 Ford Unibody, and I actually just now started another new project. I've definitely upgraded some sound equipment and camera stuff. So guys, check out River City on YouTube. I'll post a link in the description and should have a pop-up link or something. Just check it out. I'd love to have you. I'd love to have you subscribed. That'd be awesome. That way we can you can check out all the projects that are going on. I got a Model A, got a 66 Mustang Ragtop, 62 Unibody I'm doing now, and my 61 Unibody, and probably more projects going to be coming and going as well, for sure. But the new project that I've just started, it's going to be a fun one. I'm taking a 2008 Crown Victoria, taking the body off, and putting a 62 Ford F100 Unibody pickup onto that frame and running gear. So you'll have all the modern amenities, the nice drive of a 2008 vehicle with the all the fuel injection, more reliability, more drivability, but with the looks of a classic truck. So guys, love to have you there, love to have you subscribed. Hope to see you there. All right, on to our next project in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Let's do a car I've been meaning to do for a while, and actually I've had quite a few requests for it, so I think it's time we finally get around to it. And here we are at the little stockpile here. Yep, and I've still got the Dale car, the Lumina. That thing is not going anywhere, as well as the good old time machine there. If you haven't seen those builds, they were fun. I think it's time for us to do the Holden. I've been wanting to do this car. I'm excited to do this car. Just look at it. It's fantastic. And had quite a few people request to do it. I am a fan of Holden. I love the whole Australian supercar series. I love seeing they still got the Ford Falcons and everything. That's so cool. I really dig the Holdens. I've got a close buddy of mine that has one of the Chevy SS's, which is a Holden. And that car is so much fun. And here we go. Here is our Holden. I love it. I love the lines on it. It's got such a good look to it. Let's pop the hood here and get to work on. I love the fact that it's supercharged too. Just run our diagnostics and see what we get. We're gonna do our OBD2 reader. Yeah, this car is just so good looking. Already going through my head what we want to do for paint and stuff. Yeah, it's this is looking pretty rough. Looks like the internals are just as bad as the externals. Engine needs to be complete to perform a compression test. It's to the point we don't really need to test it because we kind of need to replace everything from the looks of it, which is what this car deserves. So it shall go to lifter A. We will get started on our Holden. These will make a nice pair. These two right here, they'll complement each other. Definitely of the same era. Let's go ahead and get the drive line out of here. And up one more. Those are some big wheels. Definitely big wheels. I don't know if I want to go that big, but it does complement the wheel wells. It works. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Need to get this stuff torn down first. Get to what needs to be done. Get the drive shaft out. Spin around. I hope you guys are doing well. Currently right now it's all crazy cold in Texas. Just crazy. I was born and raised in Texas, for those who may not know. And yeah, that's definitely unprecedented what's going on down there. Still got a lot of family down there. And yeah, it's wild. All right, let's get this clutch pressure plate off of here. Clutch and flywheel. Go ahead and grab these exhaust sections here, and I think we're ready to pull that engine out as soon as we drain the oil if there is any. Oh, there was none. So that's fine. We can go ahead and pull that. I'll take off this exhaust while we're here. Just get everything underneath removed and taken care of. Bring this thing back down. Go get our trusty engine crane here. Move it to lifter A. Get this engine out. And it is out. And we will put it on the engine stand. Let's go grab our welder. Move it to lifter A. And then perform the work done there. Get the frame all in better shape. If I remember correctly, yeah, there's like these crazy amps back here. Must have a crazy stereo system in it, that's for sure. I love like this boat tail design. It is so cool. It's really neat. I believe this is a concept car. I don't think this ever existed. If it did, correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's start here on the engine, our supercharged engine. Start just removing the front end stuff here. Definitely a big old modular engine, that's for sure. Be interesting to see what kind of power we get out of this thing. With that supercharger on there. I don't want to have to run slicks, so I'm probably not going to like go crazy on this with performance parts, because I do know in the back of my mind that I would like to run white walls on this car. I just think it will complement the look. That classy, you know, of the era look of the fat fendered beautiful cars like that. I think they always look the best with white wall tires. Maybe I'm just old fashioned like that. Get the throttle body off of here. Get to this fuel rail. Then we can remove our supercharger. Big, beautiful supercharger. Intake manifold, and then we can come over here, remove our coils, remove our engine head cover, oh yeah, we need to take care of our timing. Get these engine head covers off first. Oh yeah, need to get our coils. There we go. And then we can remove the head cover. But yeah, if you do crazy power on these cars in this game, then you usually need to run slicks. And sadly, the slicks don't come in white wall. Otherwise, if you're just running, if you make crazy power and you just run regular radials, it's not a well-balanced vehicle at that point. Get these spark plugs out of here. Then that will allow us to remove our camshafts and the engine head. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and move this oil filter while I'm standing here. Spin around here. Get these plugs out. Yeah, we didn't even have a exhaust manifold on that side. So it's definitely missing some pieces. I saw we were missing a couple coils as well. No big deal. We will get that sorted. Remove the head. We'll be good to flip this thing over. Now, I want to remove that fuel filter. It's just floating in the middle of the air right there. And now we can flip. Get these pistons out of here. First, we'll remove our oil pan to gain access. And here we go. And we can remove the crankshaft and engine block. On to see what we can repair. And then replace what we cannot. There's a lot to these engines, these modular engines, that's for sure. And get a quick look. Yeah, mostly the regular stuff will need to be replaced. No problem. All right, I went against what I said I was going to do. I did buy some performance parts. Not all performance parts, but a good amount. Just to soup things up a little bit. Can't leave well enough alone, right? All right, we are ready to install our performance pistons. And there we go. Oil pan is on. Let's go ahead and throw our oil filter on right now, and we can flip this thing upright. Nice. Time to build out our engine here. Get our head installed. Our newly remanufactured, restored head. I'll throw on the fuel filter while I'm thinking about it. Performance, of course. Throw on our regular camshaft here. And I'll just take care of the exhaust manifold. Cam gear. Spark plugs, performance. Just little tasteful performance upgrades here. Nothing over the top. We are going to build us an over the top car sometime soon. This just wouldn't have made a good base for it. But we will. Mark my words. We'll build something ridiculous. Put on our timing belt here. Might as well throw our alternator on. Timing cover. Then we can do our engine head. There we go. I did buy the performance coils. Take your performance spark plugs, might as well get the performance coils. And then the coils cover, we do need that. And there we go. Go ahead and do this engine head cover. Get that all tightened down. Don't forget that little guy. Our engine coil or ignition coils seated in their happy little home. Bob Ross again, right? Intake manifold, supercharger intake manifold. And then let's save the supercharger. Well, we're going to have to use it for the serpentine belts anyways. Install it for that. Then we'll do our regular fuel rails here. And there. And our regular throttle body. Now we build out the front of this thing. Bunch of idler rollers. Can't remember exactly how many. Just a bunch. Not that much for sure. One right there. Another one here. Another one here. Do our water pump. Crankshaft pulley. Do our water pump pulley. Then we can put our belt on. Serpentine belt. Then our second Oh, we need to put our belt tensioner on. We need to replace the belt tensioner. There we go. We got that taken care of. Now we can put our serpentine belt, our second serpentine belt on. And our final idler roller. Looky there. It's a good looking engine. I really like things with superchargers sitting on top. Who wouldn't, right? On to the suspension and driveline, or the suspension and the brakes. All the fun stuff here. Remove our rim here. And then we'll take off our brake caliper, brake pads, brake disc ventilated, wheel hub cap, wheel hub bearing, front wheel hub. We've done this before, haven't we, guys? A time or two. We'll remove our shock assembly there. Front end link B. Zoom in. There's the battery. I wonder where you were. And the radiator. We'll get to that here in a second. Upper control arm. Let's say, how's this thing? It's not air cooled. I can tell you that much. Not a Volkswagen, not a Porsche. And then we can remove our steering knuckle. And then there's our... Okay, so we can access... We need to access from the engine bay. So at least we know where that stuff is now. On to the other side. Okay, that's the front suspension completely removed. I'm going to break down our shock assemblies here. And then I will repair what we can and replace what we can't. Here we go with the front end rebuild, suspension wise. Front wheel hub. Brake disc ventilated. Go ahead and throw the pads on right now. Why not? Get our wheel bearing in there and our cap. Then might as well throw the caliper on. Let's get in here with the upper suspension arm, rubber bushings. Lower. A lot of rubber bushings. Go through a lot in this game, that's for sure. Our shock assembly to our inner tie rod, outer tie rod, front end link B, and I believe, oh, we got a sway bar. No, that's the oil dipstick. Okay, yeah, that is that. And we will worry about wheels and tires when we get there. Okay. That is that, correct? Yep, got everything there. Let's address this stuff here. Let's get this taken care of. Oh yeah, from the engine bay. Here we go. Get the brake master cylinder, ABS pump module, and the ABS pump itself comes right out. Take care of our fans and our radiator. Where'd the battery go? It's just here. We will get the air filter. Put this battery on charge. Found the battery. It was in my inventory. Go figure. Put in our brake master cylinder, our ABS pump. Put that module in. Tighten that all down. Then flip around here. Radiator. Fan housing B and all the little fans involved there. Then we'll install our air filter base. I did get a performance air filter. How about that? That's like 80 horsepower right there, right? Clip A. These little clips. And the battery is still charging, so we'll get back to that when we get back to that. For now, I say let's go ahead and let's get to the rear suspension. The cherry on top will be installing the engine. And this is one of the more complex rear ends rather than the good old-fashioned leaf spring. This is more of the fancy. But this thing drives quite nice. Get our bearing out of there. Wheel hub. Shock absorber. That rear end link there. Might as well get this rubber bushing out of here. Remove the arm. There's a lot to these rear ends in comparison to a good old-fashioned leaf spring solid axle. Absorber cap. Get this suspension arm here out of the way. We can take that knuckle housing out. That is that side torn apart. Go ahead and take the fuel pump and tank out. Grab these rubber bushings out of here. Then we'll be able to drop this axle housing out. Just like that. Reinstall our rear knuckle housing A and let's go ahead and do the full cross member there. Shock absorber. Before I forget, let's do our rubber bushings. Don't want to forget those. That has happened. There we go. Now, move on to the upper arm. 16 rubber bushings back here. Get our sway bar in here. Rear end link. Lots of rubber bushings. Our suspension arm in here. We can build our spring. There we go. Spring cap. Rear suspension arm. It looks like that's all back in there. Now we can do the wheel hub. We can install our bearing. There you are. Drive axle. Brake disc. Pads. And caliper. And that should do it. Oh, don't want to forget this rubber bushing here. For sure. Might be a couple rubber bushings short. Onto the other side. Let's find out. I actually had enough. Go figure. I actually was able to count right this time. Okay. Go ahead and do our fuel tank and our performance fuel pump. Now, before I go any further, I do want to repair these body panels. Get the door off, the hood off, fender. Let's just go over everything, make sure it's all good to go. That fender out of there. This front end here. The car is definitely coming apart. Take the trunk, rear window. Taillight. Those are cool taillights. And that looks like all the body. Well, we got one headlight. Hey, that's a song. That's like a go-kart now. Oh. Window there and a window there. I think, unless I'm missing something. That is that. Let's see what we can repair. As far as the body goes, like that's like pretty much the whole body right there. Looks like we repaired a lot of it. Double check on the inventory here. We do need a window there. So this all came out 100%. Yeah, we'll need a few windows. No big deal. And we will need a left headlight. I see we're short one headlight. Yeah, and these windows here. These Holden parts are expensive, man. $679 for a headlight. $2,455 for a front window. Must be a valuable car. Time to reassemble. Let's do the main body there. Got the hood. That fender there. Do our right fender. Headlights. This gorgeous grille. Almost has somewhat of a Buick look to it, but even cooler. I dig it. We will do our right door with window. Do our little quarter window there. Windshield. Mirror. Put these little guys on. Oh man, this thing is looking much better. Put the trunk on. Those rear exhaust volutes, those are so cool looking. This thing is not short on style, that's for sure. Left taillight. The door window. A little quarter window back here. The mirror. And we get, yep, that's on there. There's the front end. Reinstall the door. I call it the front end, but it's the whole dash assembly and everything. And did I get that space under the hood? Yes, that center space there. Okay, we will need a license plate. Oh, throw that mirror back on before I forget. I believe that's it. Let's shut the hood. There we go. Man, this thing is looking good. I almost really like the black. We haven't done a whole lot of black cars on here. It is classy. It is very classy. Looking at wheels, I'm really digging these. We're gonna do. I like this the size that they had. They were 20s. I'm gonna do 20s in the front and 22s in the rear. Just gonna go all out with the wide whites. It's not gonna be super wide because how big of our wheels are going to be. We'll do a 285 22. Pair of those with a 30 profile. Buy it. The front will go a little bit skinnier. We'll do 255. Here we go. Here's the 20s. Oh yeah. Look at that. Take you and balance. That is like mobster classy. Is that a thing? Let's get these mounted and balanced. Let us install 22s in the rear. There we go. Oh yeah. And there's the 20s in the front. That is a lot of wheel, but I like it. For this car, I like it. I don't typically like ridiculously large wheel style on these, but this one, it actually, I think it works. I like it. For this particular car. Yeah, that works. All right, let us get the engine in. Oh, let's take care of the battery before I forget. Battery installed now. Now we get to the engine. Grab our crane here. Install. Fantastic. Go back. Now before I forget, don't want to forget that. Nice. Looks so good in there, doesn't it? Superchargers just have a way of making everything look good. Oh, I'm really liking this car. Really digging it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the interior. Clean it out nicely. Yes. Okay, clean. And we will need to install our exhaust as well. Get our flywheel on. Clutch plate. Get our pressure plate here. There we go. Our clutch release bearing. I'm wondering if we're going to need to get a tunable gearbox. We will find out. Just because I don't know how much power we're going to be making here. Guessing quite a bit. We are soon to find out. Get that drive shaft all put together. Starter. And now we can do our exhaust. Middle muffler. And rears. Very nice. I think we are ready to dyno this thing. Man, that thing looks good. I say that, I do that every time. I love this. This is such a fun, chill game. Yes, let's proceed. Okay, factory horsepower, 703 horsepower over 640 pound-feet of torque. Oh, listen to that supercharger. Let's see what we make. 838 horsepower or 761 foot-pound. This is going to be a quick car. We're going to be roasting some tires, that's for sure. Guys, you know what? I don't think I'm going to paint this one. I love the black. It just works. Let's move it over to the garage entrance A. And check out that interior. I haven't got a real good chance to look it over. Man, these things do look good together, don't they? Oh yeah. Oh man, this thing is fancy. That is quite nice. Well done. And for you wonderful Aussies, we have got to put Australian plates on here. Yeah, I know that's not like official plate, but I like the look of it. I thought it looked cool. All right, guys. This is our Holden. Just an absolutely stunning car. I really like the way this one turned out. Absolutely fantastic. All right, let's see how much of a handful this thing is to drive. And here we are inside of our Holden. And off we go. Yeah, we're just roasting tires. Oh man, it's got a look to it, doesn't it? It looks so good. Here we go. It just roasts them and bounces off the limiter. Yeah, it definitely needs race tires or slicks. That's for sure. It's not so bad if you just cruise it. It definitely wants to get up and go. Man, this thing looks good. I know I've said that I don't know how many times now, but I'm just a big fan of it. J-turn. Yeah, it's so squirrely. I'm not even turning it. Let's try to go in a straight line. Hands off the wheel, straight line, and go. And it kicks right out like that. What a car. All right, let's see what our profit is. It's hard to say because I don't remember what I paid for this car because it was a long time ago that I bought it. It's been sitting in that overflow for quite a while. A little too long if you ask me, because now I'm so ecstatic about how it turned out and how fun that project actually was. But that being said, we started the game with $736,858. We now have $728,213. Time to sell the car. I hate to see it go, but can't keep them all. And we got to keep saving up money because I want to buy, we want to do some GT40s. We want to do some really rare, the Bugatti that's in here, really rare cars that require a lot of capital up front to buy to be able to flip. So some of these have got to go. So the time has come, time to sell. Everything is 100%. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and sell the car. Would you like to sell? Are you sure you want to sell the Holden for $118,864? Yes. We now have $847,077. We're getting close to being able to buy the GT40. I know that much. I saw it at auction and it went for right around $900,000 at the last auction that I was at. So we pocketed a little over $110,000 on that one. Again, I don't remember what I paid for it. I wish I knew, but yeah, it's gone with the wind. Guys, I do invite you to check out my other YouTube channel where I do restore cars in real life. I really enjoy doing it. It'd be great to be able to get that channel growing. Would absolutely love to have you over there. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It truly helps and it lets me know you care. Guys, thank you so much. As always, it's truly appreciated. I say it every time. I mean it every time. Guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.